Welcome to Mastering Solutions. In this problem, they want us to find the angle of the seal's path as it goes below the horizontal, the total distance that it covered, and then the seal's speed. So let's start off with A, and they say that the seal dives, and they say that one seal went 4 minutes down 360 meters, and it went 920 meters horizontally. So let's draw the 920. So we have 920 meters that it went horizontally. It descended 360 meters. So 360 meters. And then they want us to figure out what is the angle here. We'll say this is the water surface right here, right? So what is this angle from the water surface down to its path? Obviously, you can tell we have this right triangle, so we'll be using some trigonometry. And we have the opposite of the angle and the adjacent, so we'll be using TOA from SOHCAHTOA. So that stands for tangent of the angle is equal to opposite over adjacent. And we want to solve for the theta, or the angle. So theta is equal to inverse tangent of opposite over adjacent, just by moving the tangent over to the other side. And so theta will be equal to inverse tangent of the opposite, which is 360 meters. And then the adjacent is 920 meters. The meters will both cancel, leaving us with just degrees. So we have inverse tangent of 360 divided by 920. And that gives us an angle of 21 degrees. So the angle for part A is 21 degrees below the horizontal or below the horizon of the water. So now let's go to part B. And part B, they want us to find this distance right here, the hypotenuse of our right triangle. So to do that, we'll be using Pythagorean's theorem, which says that c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Obviously, we can use Pythagorean's theorem since it's a right triangle. So we want to isolate c by giving a square root of both sides of the equation. So c is equal to the square root of a squared plus the square root of b squared. And so as we plug that in, we have the square root of 360 meters squared plus the square root of 920 meters squared. So we have the square root of 360 meters squared plus 920 meters squared gives us 40 square root of 610. If we approximate, that is 987.9. So rounding, we have 988 meters for the path that the seal took for part B. And now we need to find the speed in meters per second. So to find the speed, we'll be using the velocity formula, of course. And so part C, we know that the velocity is equal to the change of the distance over the change in time. Now we just found the change in the distance, which is the 988 meters. So 988 meters over the top. And they tell us that the time that it took was 4 minutes, but we want meters per second. So if we do 4 minutes, we know that in 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. Now the minutes cancel and we're left with meters over seconds. So to plug that into our calculator, do 988 divided by 4, and then we're going to divide that by 60, which gives us 4.116 or 4.1 meters per second for the speed of the seal as it was diving.